Hi YouTube, this is Zenith Intellect, and I'm finishing up the second portion of the video titled "What are they bringing to the table besides their appetite?" So if you follow it on part one, the third example that I was getting to about people bringing something to the table was friends/associates. So are they bringing, so when it comes to like bringing something to the table, are they bringing encouragement? Are they bringing motivation? You know, you feel yourself being down in the dumps, or you feel yourself in a rut or stuck at a plateau. Are they able to rally behind you or be your cheerleaders per se? Are they able to motivate you and give you the encouragement that you need? You know, are they able to, and if you know, if they're believers, are they constantly praying for you and not just praying for you when something bad happens or the crisis happens, but they're praying for you constantly for your well-being, or that you have, you know, or praying for, you know, your success? Are they you know, if you got some prayer warriors per se in your corner, that's definitely something great and worth bringing to the table. So, you know, a group of friends or associates that's encouraging you or motivating you, and they're constantly praying for you, praying for your success. And also, it doesn't hurt to have friends or associates that can bring connections to the table. You know, whether they're the connection themselves, or as they will call it nowadays, the plug. It helps to have a plug. You know, so it's like, say, you know, you might be trying to get your foot in at a certain job or company, and your friend might know someone that could get you in through to help you get your foot in the door, or they could probably actually do it themselves and make sure you get hired. But you know, connection comes in all shapes, forms, and sizes, but it's all kind of different connections. But I was just using that as an example. But if you know they got connections, or they got some sort of resources, that there's some type of resources you need to tap into, your friend just happen to have connections to those resources, that's great too. It's like, okay, well, hey, I need, or you know, because you might have own your own business or whatever, or you might be trying to got some kind of project you're working on, and you need some resources to trying to get that project completed or finished or whatever, and then they might got the connections that you need, or the resources that you need to tap into to get that project done. So it's good if that, you know, if they have connections, or you know, that help you to be able, whether it's for employment, or you know, try like even if you want your own business, or you got something going on, and it's like, gosh, I need some additional resources or some extra juice, they can supply that for you. So bringing connections to the table is always great, and you know, positive vibes, because you know, you don't want to always be around someone that's chock full of negativity, and they're a pessimist, and every time they come into the room. So basically, it's like when they come over or y'all hang out, are you always glad to see them? Are they able to make you laugh, to keep you smiling? Do they got a healthy sense of humor? Are they able to, like I say, offer the encouragement and motivate you, keep the positive vibes going? And if you're hanging out as a group, is everybody else happy to see them as well? You know, make sure they're not a toxic person, which I discussed in my last video. So you want to tune into more about that, you can look up what the title is: Toxic Masculinity, and I pose as a question: Toxic Femininity. No, this toxic people in general are toxic. But I'm not going to spend too much time talking about that. If you want if you want more info on that video, just tune into the end that video, and I'll go into more details about it. But yeah, basically, if they can bring positive vibes to the table, you know, and also one that I think is really important. One thing I think is offering, which I think is important, is that they tell you the truth about yourself, no matter what. They'll tell you the truth about yourself, even if it does hurt your feelings, or even if you get to the point where you got your fist balled up and you ready to curse them out and call them everything but a child of God. But nevertheless, they're still going to tell you the truth about yourself and tell you what you need to hear, and not necessarily what you want to hear. They're not going to sugarcoat it. They're not going to water it down, but they're going to keep it what they say, how they say, a buck with you. They're going to keep it a buck with you. They're going to keep it 100% and tell you about yourself, no matter whether you want to hear it or not. But they're telling you this out of love and out of concern, not because they want to piss you off. But you definitely, that would be a great quality for a friend to have the brain to the, or associate to have the brain to the table. That they'll tell you, they'll be bluntly or brutally honest and tell you the truth, because they're doing it for your good and for your success, and not necessarily to hurt you or to be cynical. And also, last but not least, make sure, it'd be great if that they're not a yes man or a yes woman. They don't just agree with everything you say and do everything you tell them to do. They're able to agree to disagree with you on times, and of course y'all not going to agree on everything. Y'all might not agree on politics all the time, or religion all the time, or how to solve a problem or get to a certain goal all the time. But nevertheless, that it's like they're not constantly saying yes to everything that you tell them to do, or demand them, and you shouldn't be demanding them to do it. But they're not being your yes man. They're not being a stand. They're not just doing everything and agreeing with everything that you say, even though deep down they don't agree with you. But it's great if you don't have any yes men or yes women in your corner. Just they're able to pretty much be independent thinkers, but at the same time, like I say, they're your friends. They'll back you when you need to be backed, and if you're doing the right thing, but they're not going to back you if you're doing something you ain't got no business doing. They're going to speak against you if they have to. But that's about all, YouTube. For this video on what are they bringing to the table besides their appetite. Like I say, if you like this video, you like what you heard so far, don't hesitate to hit the like button, and also consider being a subscriber. And also, don't forget to hit the bell, so that way when I put out future content, which I intend to do, you'll be notified, and you know that Zenith Intellect just released another video. You'll be in the know, keep you in the loop. But like I say, I do this to help, because I genuinely want to help people, and this is my way of contributing to society. I say I do. Like I said, I use YouTube as a platform to be able to help out society the best that I know how, or how y'all would call it. This is how I pay it forward, giving you education, wisdom, and knowledge for free. And I'm not out there asking for a dime or asking for donations. Maybe down the road, if some feel like they want to donate, you can do that. But I'm saying I'm doing this because I want to give back to society. And some people are surrounded by negativity or a negative environment, and they don't really have positive people in their corner or access to positive people. But maybe you tune in to my videos, then I could be somewhat of the closest thing you can be to positivity, as well as get some education, some enlightenment, and some motivation and encouragement, whatnot. So with that be saying, peace out. Peace out, YouTube, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.